Mods have been around since the very beginning. In fact, I remember as a kid, and I would download and install mods to play on the original Doom game, replacing all the enemies with Barney the dinosaur, or even loading up Counter-Strike and modding my guns to have amazing skins. One of my favorites was replacing the pistols to look like the gun from the original Judge Dredd movie with Sylvester Stallone. But mods have come much further than replacing simple skins on enemies and guns. Some mods can be considered complete expansion packs for games or fully fledged new games. Let's take a look at some of these mods that are definitely worth checking out and some that I cannot wait to play in the future. So first on the list is a game franchise that has a very dedicated and passionate player base. And that of course is the Resident Evil series. But some fans are taking it a step further and they're completely remaking the original Resident Evil game. This fully fledged remake is supposed to be released in 3 separate chapters, and each top chapter is said to take approximately 4 hours to complete. So this must mean that not only are they remaking the game, they're probably adding new additional content. In fact, they've already announced that you'll be able to explore the Raccoon Police Department station before the outbreak incident, and you actually make your way up to the helipad to start the search for Bravo team. This is amazing. This will allow us to do a little bit more exploration, and if you're a fan of this series, it's something to really look forward to. So it's one that I cannot wait to deep dive into and take more of a look at of this mod. Now you may be thinking, but dude, I hate modern graphics and I love seeing my pixels on the screen. Well, have no fear, because these people are also doing Resident Evil 96 Edition, and you'll be able to play the game with retro style graphics, but with a twist. You'll have over the shoulder view and modern day controls, but you'll be able to enjoy Resident Evil in a very traditional graphical sense, and it actually looks really fun. And this is another one I can't wait to play. So not only are we getting a fully fledged remake, we're getting one remade with the PS1 graphics. And this is actually pretty cool because demakes have been very popular lately, especially with the Bloodborne demake and the Resident Evil Village demake game that recently came out. So this is one I actually cannot wait to play as well. I can never get enough Resident Evil. Zombies are straight up my alley, so it's something to look forward to. But if you don't want to go back to the Spencer Mansion and you're tired of Resident Evil 1, these same people are also remaking Code Veronica. This will most likely have new content. The developers said the game will totally be free to play, and they also said it will have a dodge mechanic similar to Resident Evil 3 remake. So the control scheme is going to be completely modernized. We're going to get a dodge mechanic. So it's one I really cannot look forward to. I love Resident Evil, and I think Code Veronica actually is one that gets neglected a lot. So I'm glad to see it get some love, and it's another one I can't wait to play. But enough talk of zombies and Umbrella and viruses. Let's move away from that grim, dark city of Raccoon. And let's look something, well, that's not very much brighter, but let's take a look at the world of Fallout. So, Fallout London is a mod that will take place, obviously, in London, which will be a totally change of pace for the Fallout games, since all of those have taken place in the States. The developers have said that Vault Tech will not make an appearance in this mod because that company is an American company. Instead, we'll expect to see a more British counterpart of the Vault Boy. This has me pretty excited and should have fans of the Fallout universe excited as well. We're finally getting a glimpse to see what the Fallout universe will look like in a different country and overseas. The mod is said to have new factions, weapons, and storylines, and even new creatures to kill or try to survive from. The game will take place in the year 2237. which fits in between the original Fallout game and Fallout 2. This mod looks so amazing and incredible that Bethesda Studios has actually reached out and hired one of the developers that are working on the mod. So this tells you the quality and what can you expect from this mod. The fact that Bethesda has hired one of these guys, and from my understanding has tried to hire even more of them, speaks volumes. Which is something else I love to see. I love to see companies reach out to the community and gather feedback and actually listen to it, but also be willing to hire people that are passionate about the lore and game franchise that you develop and bring them into the studio and see what they could bring firsthand to upcoming sequels or existing games. Because obviously, people's passion is what keeps gaming alive, and a franchise like Fallout or Resident Evil has only survived because so many fans love the series and are willing to keep it going. So kudos to Bethesda, and I really hope it works out well for the new developer they brought in, and I hope it works out well for this mod because it looks incredible. Last up on this list is another game that launched, and it launched with a very healthy support for the modding community, and that is an action RPG game by the name of Grim Dawn. So this game is in the vein of Diablo and Path of Exile, but unlike those games, this game fully supports the modding community and lets players create new stories and quests in this game. But some of them have taken it a step further, and there's a team that has actually released seasonal content for Grim Dawn. So for those that don't know, these type of games run on a season or ladder or league type system. So every 3 or 4 months they do a server wipe, and everyone gets to make new characters and progress through the story and quests and try to race through the leaderboards together. And the gimmick is all these seasons or ladder, or whatever you want to call them, always introduce new balance changes, content, mechanics, and the fact that there's a community running this for Grim Dawn is simply amazing. This is not the company, this is a passionate team of developers doing this in their spare time because they love the game so much. So this is just another great example of a development team releasing their game but entrusting the community to add additional content and keep the gaming alive, and I love to see it. In fact, there's all sorts of mods for this game. Someone has completely remade Diablo 2 in the game engine, which is another incredible mod. So this is one definitely worth checking out. The seasonal content is something I do play and it's something I do look forward to, and they do a wonderful job with this game. So those are 3 separate mods. I picked these mods because they're completely different genres of game franchises, and I wanted to show that it's not just one franchise or Bethesda or Resident, like there's tons of games out there with a passionate modding community, and they keep the game alive and add so much content for free for all of us fans to enjoy that I don't think they get enough credit. And I'm gonna be honest, this just goes to show that when companies charge you $20 for a skin, or $10 for a t-shirt change, or they launch Last of Us Part 1 and the exclusive content is like a couple t-shirts for Ellie and Joel, is total bogus, because we're getting people adding tons of skins, adding new quests, all for free. So a skin change in a game is not worth money, or not, at least not worth $10, maybe $1, 50 cents. I mean, give me a break. But I think we see too much nonsense in the AAA industry, and we don't get enough credit for more of the AA, the indies, the modding community. In fact, I'm gonna go out and say I think if Halo Infinite would have launched with Forge, it would have stayed popular for way longer, and they're actually counting on the Forge update to bring players back because they're counting on all these wonderful mods that Forge is gonna bring. They've already shown some on YouTube from people that have kind of like played around with it, and I mean, you got people that have recreated Andy's room from Toy Story and all sorts of awesome stuff, so there's gonna be tons of new maps. but the developers didn't do that. They should have, like, Forge will keep Halo Infinite, at least breathe life into it, and now the development team's counting on the modding community and the map makers because they can't put out content fast enough themselves. But I could rant about this all day long. I don't want to go on a tangent. Maybe I'll do another video with everything wrong with the AAA industry, but we'll see. Anyways, guys, I would love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment down below of some games that you love to see modded, some mods that you love to play. Are you into the modding community? Do you not play them, but you do like and appreciate and respect them, or what have you? Drop a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. If you did enjoy the video, please like and subscribe. YouTube only lets these videos get recommended if I get interaction, so let's keep it going, and I'll catch you guys next time.